What up guys, Super Metal 993 here bringing us another CD review, and I've got another, yes another, 2017 killer death metal release that I urge you to check out. But this one is probably the most old school sounding one that we've had so far. Yeah, we've had Anthropomorphia just recently. That was a really killer release. Check out my review for that, link in the description. But this one is plain old school, not old school heavy crushing death metal like Autopsy or anything like that. This is the kind that's like Morbid Angel, old school Carcass, Obituary, maybe even Deicide to an extent. If you're into that sort of stuff, then I urge you to check out this album. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be reviewing for you today. Yeah, this is the 2017 debut album from the band Repulsive Vision, entitled Look Past the Gore and See the Art. This is released under Mighty Music. Now, Repulsive Vision are a band that I've knew for quite some time now. In fact, I first got exposed to the band back in, I believe, 2013. I could be wrong, it might have been 2012 actually. But I first got exposed to them. They were playing a load of Newcastle death metal shows. I remember, I think the earliest time I can remember that seeing them was they were supporting Party Cannon and Laceration at the Telegraph in Newcastle. Now that was a very, very fun gig, I have to say. But yeah, when I first saw the band, I was quite impressed with them. I definitely saw a bright future ahead of them. So at that gig, I picked up a shirt of them which had their old school logo, which was kind of like Brutal Tooth font, if people remember that and still use it. I think I've seen a couple of bands still use it, but oh well. But they had that font on, and I was like, yeah, these guys have got a bright future ahead of them. So I bought a shirt and I repped it at my first photo shoot with Manquerda back in the day. And ever since then, the band hasn't really released anything new. They released an EP back in 2012, if I'm not mistaken, but I never really listened to that one, so I haven't got any real comments about that. But since I first saw them, they've been working towards a debut album, and it's took them quite a long time. I mean, we're in 2017 now, so it's like 4 or 5 years it's took them. So to finally have some new material from these guys and to have a debut album is fucking awesome. And it's been one of the albums that I've been most looking forward to in 2017. As soon as they announced the album and put the pre-orders up, I was immediately straight on it. I was like, yeah, I need the shirt, the patch and the CD. The CD unfortunately got delayed because the record label what they originally on, I can't remember what label it was off the top of my head, and I don't think anyone really cares. But there was a bit of a problem with the pressing of it and loads of delays, and the band basically said, fuck you, basically. And went to a new label, and it finally got released, and I finally have it in my hands not too long later. And I have to say, just a little side note, the shirt where I've got of them, I absolutely love it. I think it's one of my personal favourite shirts at the moment, so woohoo. Anyway, but when I got this album and started listening to it a couple of weeks ago, in fact it might have been a month ago when the album got released. I could be wrong on that, but anyway. But since then, I have had this album on non-stop over the past month or so. This album has been on repeat a lot more than Mortar Skulled and Beheaded. Now those two I've already said are Album of the Year contenders, and they still are. But they can't hold a candlelight to this album, because this album is absolutely fantastic old school death metal. I absolutely love old school death metal, and this one, this sort of style of old school death metal kind of takes a bit more of a thrashier sense than a gritty, heavier sense like, say, Memoriam or Body Farm or Autopsy or anything like that. This one takes a bit more of a thrashy kind of vibe and intensity to it and blisteringness to it, if you ask me. And that's why I think I really like this album, and I think the pace of it is just so perfectly executed. Like, it's not one of those blisteringly fast old school death metal kind of releases where there's blast beats all hour. There's a couple of blast beats in there, but it's really more about the groove, the feel, and just the intensity along with it of how we can pull off this excellent death metal album and it's not overly technical. It's not show off in any way. It's just straight, sweet, to the point death metal done exquisitely, if you ask me. This is absolutely fantastic. The drum work, as I said, it's not technically fast like drum fills, a-la and blast beats and grabs and all that. There's not a lot of that on this. There's a couple of blast beats on there, but it's all about the groove and the feel in those drums. The drums sound absolutely fantastic. I think these drums sound topper. They actually, excuse me, I think they actually sound a lot better than any other album in the death metal circuit at the moment of 2017's release. Like, that didn't make sense. Of any 2017 death metal release, I think the drums sound excellent compared to anything that I've heard. Yes, there's been a lot of pounding death metal release, but I can actually feel the drums being played with passion and just hitting everything with emotion, and I just feel it so much more than any of the other albums. So yeah, excellent drum work, simple, fast when it needs to be, catchy, and just there it is. Bass tone is pretty excellent as well. It's kind of like clunky, kind of what's the term? Clanky as well. It's kind of like got this nice little rumble behind it, as if like a bit of a gargle, you know, kind of tone to it. But it creates this nice warm sense to the guitars, and it really feels so warm and cozy right in the center of the mix, and it feels just perfect right in there, and it's very warm sounding. There's a lot of great bass lines in there, following really well. If I'm not mistaken, it's fingerstyle bass, and obviously I always prefer fingerstyle, so you can feel that a lot more in the playability. Like, I feel personally when you're playing fingerstyle, you can put a bit more emotion into your recordings and stuff. But yeah, that's in your playing, obviously. But yeah, great bass work on this album. The guitar riffs are heavy, meaty riffs that come at you. Yeah, the thrashy as hell. The very old school vibe. Definitely a bit of a what balance to say? Definitely a bit of a Morbid Angel kind of vibe going on there. Not the industrial shit. The proper Morbid Angel. I can definitely feel that going off, and definitely the Obituary style. I can feel that all over the album. It definitely has that old school classic old school death metal sound that's where it originally sounded, you know what I mean, with the Obituary, the old school Carcass, the Deicide, and what was the other band? Oh well, you know what I mean. But yeah, honestly, great oh, Morbid Angel, that was it. But yeah, great sounding guitars. The lead is actually quite unique, I find. Like, the lead tone is very distant and very high end, if you know what I mean. Like, it's very clean, but it's still got a bit of a necro kind of sound to it. But it gives it that old school vibe that this album really needed. I mean, if it had like a super clean tone, then I think it wouldn't have had that so much character. But when they come in, they're nice and firm in the mix. They're not over the top and in your face, you know, like more solos are these days. And I know sometimes they're meant to, but it really fits in well with the mix, if you ask me. So yeah, great riffing, great lead work, very beefy tone, as I said before. And all that musicianship going on accompanies what we're going to get onto next, the vocals, exceptionally well. I mean, personally to me, I think the vocals are incredibly well executed. Like, they just feel as old school as the music sounds. It feels like it's a trip back to when the old school death metal was like that. I just realised I got a shit ton brighter. Oh well. Anyway, moving on. But the tone, like, it's not like there's some really gargly lows on there, but the majority of it is like high end, kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like a high end old school kind of vocal. Like, it sounds quite commanding and quite necro, and it just sounds gargly as hell. It definitely feels like an old school death metal album should sound. It's just been brought out in 2017, and that's that's what I feel like the band's trying to pull off. It's an old school death metal album that you would hear back in like the 90s and 80s, but released in 2017. The production echoes it, the playability, the musicianship, all of it comes into one cohesive unit that I feel executes that old school death metal sound perfectly. And I love old school death metal, whether it's the thrashy kind or the heavy kind. That I think this is actually an amazing album. I think it's an amazing album, and definitely something that I was looking forward to, and it didn't disappoint. In fact, it overstepped the mark, if you ask me. I thought, yes, this will be a good album, but I never thought, in all honesty, that it was going to be top album material, and it's sitting comfortably at #1 at the moment. I'm not going to lie, this is absolutely fantastic, with that riff and vocal work that's really gargly and just like really dark, just gritty death metal vocal, and then with the old school death metal musicianship going with the groove and the thrashy bits. It's a perfect unit, and just a perfect package, which is called Look Past the Gore and See the Art, and it's by Repulsive Vision. And I'm going to conclude this review with an overall score of 9.5 out of 10. This is absolutely fantastic album, and I honestly think if this album doesn't appear on more people's list, then there's something wrong here. You just need to check out this album if you're into old school death metal and you want something that's going back in the day, that makes you think, oh, back in the day I remember when metal was all like that. If you want that kind of sound, then definitely check out this album. It's absolutely fantastic. As I said, 9.5 out of 10 for Repulsive Visions. Look Past the Gore and See the Art, released under Mighty Music. I'll leave some links in the description of where you can check out the band's Big Cartel, Facebook, Metal Encyclopedia, or anything like that. Any links I can find will all go down below, including some places where you can check out the music. Like I'll have to say, like, to conclude, I've got a couple of favourite songs on here. Repulsive Vision, the track named after the band. Premature Burial, Pneumaticist, I think that's how it's pronounced. Fragmentary, that is an excellent song. I hope to release that as a single in the upcoming future. Corpse Decay, that's an excellent one. Bathroom Surgery, one catchy one. It's a short but sweet one, each to their own. I really dig that track, and the guys kindly, I don't know if you'll be able to see, yeah, the guys signed it for us, which I was really happy about. I love getting stuff signed, even if it's a smaller band. If it means just as much to me to get a smaller band's signatures on there than as much as a big band, so that's what it is. But yeah, make sure you check out this album if you're into old school death metal. As I said, if you're a fan of Morbid Angel, Carcass, Obituary, or Deicide, any of those bands, this is for you. Links down below, and also make sure to check out Erebor's new single that we just released not too long ago called The Stillness of Unending Sleep. That'll also be linked down below, as well as links to my Facebook page and other links to other YouTube channels and stuff. So make sure you check out this album if you're into old school death metal. 9.5 out of 10. I'll see you until the next video, and remember, stay metal, and I'll see you later.